Hey guys, it's Eddie here from Deline Property, and today we're doing another quick video about purchasing property within your local area and using emotion to buy property. So if anyone's heard of heard of my story and how I got started investing in property, I bought my first property when I was 18, 19 years old, and I couldn't afford where I lived. And for some of you out there, you might be in a similar situation, but I had to look elsewhere. So I had to buy almost an hour away from where I lived. And then a lot of the other properties that I bought up to this stage have been in different states and different areas and that kind of stuff as well. So I speak to people on a day-to-day basis, and a lot of them want to just buy an investment property in the same area they live in, or only the same state. And in my opinion, that's a huge mistake. If you cannot, from my opinion, you can't limit yourself just to the area that you grew up in. So if you look at some of the most successful investors in all the world, they diversify. They don't just they don't think with emotion. They don't invest with emotion. They invest based on numbers, logic, and figures, and growth and yields and everything like that. So limiting where you're going to buy just because you want to be there to see it, touch it, feel it, and make sure it's all right and all that kind of stuff, they're all just emotional excuses that a lot of people tell themselves and that they've heard from family members and that kind of stuff. But bottom line for me, I feel that if you want to grow and build a property portfolio, or purchase a few investment properties to get yourself to where you want to be in the future, you can't limit yourself just to where just to the properties where you live and where you grew up around, or even within the same state. You've got to think outside the box, and you've got to find out what markets are doing at what stages, because the where you live at the moment, the property market might be going down. Where you live at the moment, the property market might have already doubled. So what property markets are prone to going up next and doubling next? What property markets have the best rental yields? Which ones have the best tenant demand to make sure they're going to be rented all the time? What property markets have that infrastructure that's going to be put in place? Those are the questions you need to be asking yourself. And that's from my experience. I would never have got to 13 properties that I have now in my own portfolio at just the age of 26 if I stuck to buying properties in the same state that I lived in. It's very, very plain and simple, but it takes a while to get your mindset right and start thinking as an investor and not just thinking with an emotion. So you invest with your head, you don't invest with your heart or emotions. You got to take that out of it, and you've got to think purely about the numbers and focus on what you want to achieve in the next 5 and 10 years with investing in property, and use that as your driver, your pusher, to not think with emotion but to think based on numbers and math and using your head. So hope that's a little bit of help. If you have any questions, send them through, and I'll catch you next video. Have an awesome day. See you guys. Bye.